The Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium here in Gqeberha, which could even be a depiction of a mood between the two sides that clash here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in the DStv Premiership. Two sides on a downward spiral. It's Chippa United versus the Montville Golden Arrows. As we bid you a warm welcome from a chilly Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium here in Gqeberha. Those are the few that have braved the cold weather, as you can see probably in your picture. A light drizzle falling. It has been overcast all day and the rain has come and gone intermittently. And well, it's not coming down heavily, thankfully, but it should be decent conditions for football. We definitely need to put these two teams to put on a show. Results recently really have left a lot to be desired. Winless in a 5 for the home team. Chippa United coming into this one off a back of defeat away to Skukune United, and Arrows themselves are on a bit of a downward spiral at the moment. A losing streak of that has now gone 3 matches. In fact, in their last 6, they are winless, are the Montville Golden Arrows, who were going great guns at some point when we were looking like Mapudi Kenyeza is going to set them to fly. There is Mr. Mamela, always dapper, as we await the arrival onto the scene of our two teams to do battle. So much, I mean, 3 points at an absolute premium for these two sides if they're to get themselves out of this streak. And interestingly though, if you look at their log standings, Chippa started the weekend in 13th position, and while Arrows are 8 places above them. 8 places above them, would you believe, were Arrows in 5th position on 20 points, while Chippa are just 5 points back, but are much lower down the table. William Strong with a cool cat. He's a frozen cat this afternoon. Is wearing a heavy coat because it's a chilly one here in Gqeberha. Good afternoon to you, William Shongwa. It is a must-win, you think, for these two teams for very different reasons.
Indeed, there's no reason for either of the two to maybe wait to see what happens in the second half. They need to go for glory from that being stages. But I guess the bumps in the seat tells the story of the form of these two teams, particularly the home one.
All right, let's talk you through the changes, and there's plenty on the side of the home side. 6 changes made by Morgan Mamela. There's a debut for the veteran Siabonga Nhlapo, who started left back today. He's a utility player, but he started left back. Comes in for the suspended Zuko Mdunyelwa. There's a change as well at the centre back where Justice Chabalala is out suspended. So Roscoe Peterson gets a new partner in defense in the form of Thabo Magale, who starts only his 2nd match of the season. Should be interesting there. Other changes in the heart of midfield. Brooklyn Pokenpool comes in for Afiwe Mgogozo, who's on the bench. William Shanga, how are they going to play?
Well, they're struggling in front of goals. Mulenga has been robbed into the top of the formation, and in the hope that maybe his luck will improve. But Lebito also starts on the right hand side, has been shifted into the left so that he can cut into the inside. And Francis' speed on the right will also be key for Chippa United to make all 3 points.
Ronaldo Marman has also been included up front in their attack. And as Luvo Memela is on the bench, no Elmo Kambindu. Apparently he picked up a bit of a, well, some guy developed the pain of some sort in training yesterday. So big blow there for their top scorer, missing for Chippa United. So as for Golden Arrows, just the one change. Brendan Thron makes his way onto the bench, and he will be replaced in the starting lineup by the returning Tabani Zuke, who takes over the captain's armband. Takes over the captain's armband as a solitary change. Do you expect any changes in the way they'll play, William Shongwe?
Not too much, except for Mutwiza, who we know is the most reliable in front of goal. But Sibia, of course, coming from the left-hand side. But the biggest improvement for me, if we look into the officials.
Yeah. Indeed, our match referee is a vastly experienced Tando Nzanzeka, not too far from home. Well, he is in the home province here. He's a man originally from Etuka, based out in Western area these days. Mapudi Kenyeza and Musa Pilankulu are the 2 men in your picture there. The Brains Trust. There he is, Uskeketi, the former SuperSport United man, makes his debut this afternoon for the Chili Boys. Well, Mabudi Kengeza needs to stop the rot. Likes to play attacking football, but he also needs to plug the holes at the back. We're all set for action. It will be the visitors that get us underway. It's DSTV Premiership action here. It's Lamontville Golden Arrows in the green shirts with yellow shorts that get us going. And the home team in white shirts this afternoon. Looking really, as I said, to get back to winning ways. They desperately need to start clawing their way up the table. It's just not going to get any easier, you know, because we've got this tight schedule, William Shongwe, in the month of, it's a busy schedule in the month of December. Between now and the 30th, there's a very busy program for in the DSTV Premiership.
And unfortunately, that doesn't help, because if the games comes to back to back, it doesn't give you time to recover. Oh, even in the case of injuries, which I think Chippa United has suffered greatly, particularly with the striking players, which is why he remains on 9 goals in 13.
Yeah,
in 13 games, yes.
Yeah, 2 matches more to go after this one before the end of the year. They will have to play 2 more matches after today. Will Chippa United, and similarly so Arrows have a busy time coming up for them as well. Referees assistant on the far side, Miss Nandi Pamenze, has a flag up now. Looking to attack here, Chippa United. Yes, getting my Tapo could cross in. Oh, a mistake there, but Roy getting himself into all sorts of problems there. Well, maybe he was in unfamiliar territory, finding himself defending deep in his own box there, Angelo van Roy, and should have been punished there. Oh.
Is there anything new about Mulenga, who is the biggest player in the attack for Chippa United in all games that I've seen him, but that's his biggest problem. He can't find the back of the net, he can't find the target, he can't even force a save from the goalkeeper.
Oh, Mulenga. Profligate is the word that comes to mind. Wasteful, really. He really should be hitting the target there. He was handed a gift by, I'm not sure what it is that Van Roy was attempting there. Trying to flick the ball away from the area, in such a dangerous territory. You know, you've got to make sure, as they say.
You know, there's 2 things you can get from a wet pitch like we have this afternoon, or should I say early evening. Sometimes the wet pitch helps with the flow of the game. The balls are a little faster. It just helps for a very exciting game. But also, the slippery nature of the pitch forces errors of this nature. And the ball skids and players misses and misplaced passes.
Now, this is a positive start, I must say, from the home side. Show of intent from Chippa United here. Then, as you were saying, William Shongwe, it is important that they get out of their blocks fastest. You know, you have to be on the front foot there. So you see Brooklyn Porenpool there in your picture.
And then you ask yourself questions like, if you're struggling with their goals, and then you got Memela sitting on the bench, it's a big concern. But talking to the coach, Miller, he mentioned that he needs to be able to, if he so makes changes at some stage of the game, he needs impact players. And Memela, remember, he's not a spring chicken anymore. Yes, he's still quick, but he can only play so much of the 90 minutes.
There's 4 matches to be played for the Arrows between now and the 30th of December, which will be the last day of the program for the 2023 part of the 2023-24 season. So it's a busy old time, and when you've gotten squad depleted by injuries such as Chippa, life becomes that much more difficult. But this is where character is tested. Players need to dig deeper. Club, of course, was released by Super Sports United at the end of last season, and didn't get to do pre-season with Chippa. I think they only managed to start training with him in September, but they finally think they've got him to a point where he can start. He says, is Morgan Mamila, as you heard, you know, has been full of praise. It's very full of praise for him to say that he's shown himself to be a consummate professional, that he still looked after himself and was still in decent shape, considering that he's had no action. Augustine Mulenga should have had Chippa in the lead early on here. Here comes corner from the Zambian. Skids off the head there. Is that Mahele in an advanced position?
They would wish they had a Shabalala, who obviously has got aerial presence about him, and he's got a gold to his favor for Chippa United, so he's one of those that is very useful, can be very useful in such cases.
Musele, but didn't really connect. Well, he connected, but no control on that one.
It's another that for me is the wet conditions that's created a situation where you can't get a full laces on the ball with the ball spinning all over the place because of the conditions.
First meeting between these two sides this season, and last season Arrows took 3 points off they took 4 points, make that, of Chippa, winning 3-2 in KZN, and then stealing a point here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Mulenga teasing cross. Was there a handball there? It is given. They raised the arm from Temba Manchinyani. And it's another promising platform for Chippa.
Another delivery by Nhlapo, who doesn't look rusty at all. Playing his first game of the season, yes, definitely a handball.
It's clear that Morgan Mamila has invited him to get forward, because at SuperSport United, this was an element of his game that we were not seeing that much of anymore in the later years, in his latter years at SuperSport United. But he's a guy who's played just about everywhere on the field as Nhlapo. But right back, though, is very effective there. Let's see what Mulenga can deliver. Not the best, easily cleared, but they'll come back again to Mulenga. That's a decent looking ball. Now, still alive, yes. Away by Shitolo, and the spectacular effort from Nhlapo. Wow, he's in the mood. He is in the mood. Wow, that was a decent passage of play there. Mulenga put in a good ball.
What I like about this setup for Chippa United is that Caden Francis, is that he's supposedly to be playing on the wide right, but because of Nhlapo's runs down the line, it's forcing him to be a bit narrow, which means there'll be added numbers a bit more central for Chippa United, which will create, hopefully, more chances for them. And then Ed Lebito, who plays an inverted coming from the left-hand side, definitely, which this run that they're having is due to those numbers that freely gets into that attack.
Of course, the action in the DStv Premiership this weekend got underway last night with a win for Stellenbosch FC, warming up with a win, warming up for the cup final. As we look at that passage of play again here, look at this from Mulenga. This was really...
First he delivered with his right, or with his left, and now with his right. So he's basically very comfortable with both feet as we look at Nhlapo taking this overhead kick, but no power.
Improvisation there by the veteran, man who played more than 140 matches for SuperSport United. There he is, looking to get forward again. It'll be interesting to see how long he lasts.
Yes.
Nicely done here, combining with Libitzo.
Back from injury.
What a welcome sight, I'm sure it would have been for Lamontville Golden Arrows fans to see Tabani Zuke back in the starting lineup, making his first appearance of the season.
Since December last season, he gets injured and he has had to do an operation on his knee. That's why it has taken this long. A leader who they missed.
In fact, the last day of December, the last year of 2022 was his last appearance, featured in a 2-0 defeat at home to Kaizer Chiefs, Zuke. So it's been almost a year that he's been out of action, just short of a year. And he's been thrown now straight into the starting lineup.
And given the armband at that.
And by the way, he hasn't even been on the bench.
This is first travel.
Yeah, this is literally his first. This is his return to the squad.
Yeah,
it shows you how much faith they have in the man.
And others obviously will be very concerned about the turn-off events for Golden Arrows in recent times after they started so well beginning of the season. But one of the things, just talking to Coach Mabuti, is it's nothing more than just getting carried away in certain situations, key moments where they'll give ball position away and later concede. And
snapshot there, just goes wide. As MAARMAN with an attempt there. Here's the man we've been talking about, Tabani Zuke.
Well, it seems to be huffing and puffing already.
But this is the real test that Mabudi has thrown to him.
And for me, my biggest challenge about that situation is with Chippa United coming in the way that they're doing. Just how much longer, like you say, how much longer can he last? The midfielders need to do a lot better in slowing Chippa United down before that ball gets into that defensive part of errors.
Well, for all their struggles, I tell you, Arrows have been quite decent on the road, I've got to say. This is their 7th match on the road this season. They've played 6 and won 4 of their matches on the road this campaign, which is the most impressive. They've lost 2. It's at home where their struggles have come for Lamontville Golden Arrows.
In recent times, they've been playing in Claremont at the Sugar Ray Stadium for the most part, but they've moved to Hammersdale.
Yes.
Malanga Stadium in recent times, maybe.
I do wonder how much side of the road that is. Let's have a look at them here now. Arrows on attack. Mutizwa got something on it, but not much. Here he is again, Mutizwa. Well, part of this. And they haven't found it, they haven't struggled in front of goal. 15 goals
yes.
They've scored Lamontville Golden Arrows. But unfortunately at the back as well, they've been leaky. They've conceded as many as they've scored. 15 conceded as well in the 12 matches thus far.
And which is Maputi's concern.
Could be a chance here. Oh, man went down in the box as an appeal. But Nzanzeka, the referee Nzanzeka had a very good look at it. And
let me put it this way, Titi. With the goalkeeper coming with his hands, I think if anything could be given was in favor of the goalkeeper because he had used his playing limb to get to the ball. So whatever might have happened, at least he was trying to get to the ball. It's a good stretch for him to try and cut it out.
Yeah. Don't think that they can claim a foul there. Sbeya, the leading player with assists for Arrows this season. He's got 4 assists in Dutuzo Sbeya. But yeah, it's Ndwandwe and Stanley Bobo Nwabali that are needing treatment. Nwabali has been a rock for Chippa this season. It's 5 clean sheets.
Now, what are his chances that he's still going to be here come the second part of the season in when the league progresses in February sometime?
Afghan, yeah.
Because I think there are teams that are desperate in need of top goalkeepers. I think Nabali has proved that he's one of those that can really move up the ladder.
Well, Morgan Mamela will heave a huge sigh of relief to see him back on his feet because deputizing for him this afternoon is a very young keeper, Lukanyo Chulai, yet to make his debut in the PSL, Lucanio July, who was signed from a team called Peacemakers in the ABC Motsepe League. He's from here, local boy.
Indeed, it's really Peacemakers are a development team for Chippa United, so he's definitely a homeboy. An attack, promising attack with Mutriza to destroy offside.
Yeah, that's the signal from the Ms. Nandi Pamenze.
He's not happy, Mutriza. Let's see if he's. You know, earlier, a second earlier.
Run, yeah.
Yes. Earlier on, he was, but he did drop a little bit and allow the defender to get ahead of him. I think he has a point.
He definitely did check his run. Initially, he was offside, but I think he realized that and then just took a step back. Now, they've given away possession here. But Arrows could be in trouble here as Malenga. See what Musele. The referee is given a free kick. It's MAARMAN that wins the free kick in a very good position here for Chippa United. This man will need to, let's have a look at what happens here. Yeah, he needs to be careful there. Manchignani, I think the referee is will have given him a caution. Now that's a second foul that he's committed in double quick time.
But looking at it, TT, it looks like he was actually making an attempt to block the ball. And obviously the speed of MAARMAN is maybe what got the better of him.
Ronaldo MAARMAN, one of 6 changes to the starting lineup from a team that lost 2-0 away to Skukune. As Tandon Zanzega is having words here. This is a very good position, very promising. Mulenga is one of those on the ball.
For a left-footed player, an opportunity to ping it on the side of the wall to that far right of the goalkeeper.
You can see the rain is still coming down ever so lightly. What can the home team do from this one? It's a promising position, probably their best platform.
MAARMAN in the mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike from MAARMAN! His second of the season. Oh, and what a massive goal it is. Watenga beaten. Hands up.
Playing against his former team is Watenga when he arrived. Obviously, he played for Chippa United. But now he places his wall on his left and he picks up the far post, which is like the more likely where the ball is going to be taken. And it's a surprise one for MAARMAN to get it over the wall with such pace, which doesn't even give Watenga any form of a chance to shuffle across.
Well, in this situation, you favor the left-footed player.
Yes.
But wow, that is a magnificent strike by Ronaldo MAARMAN. All the Ronaldos would have been proud.
Indeed, indeed. Most players, when they try to do this, they struggle getting the pace on the ball to beat the goalkeeper.
Just the start they wanted. Chippa United take the lead, courtesy of Ronaldo MAARMAN. Well, his coach put him out there and say, go do a job for him, and he has responded in the best way possible.
Coming in, obviously, to solve what is or has been the biggest challenge for Chippa United, that is scoring goals. Now, the challenge, TT, is can they increase? Can they go on and put a second one? Because I think if anything's going to happen, they'll need to start scoring goals on a regular basis, because the errors is going to come with just about everything they got. That's who they are.
They are going to need to respond, but yes, it's going to make the game open up a bit. Good work from Mosele, bringing in Marman, our goal scorer. Looking for the cutback. Molenga! Whoa, that took a deflection, and it sent the keeper the wrong way. Here he comes in again. Arrows looking rattled here. Levito.
You got to love Mosele. Sometimes he looks like the more defensive of the midfielders, but he sees the moments, the right moments to push forward.
That's going to be a goal kick. Nabali having stern words there. And see, there's a man down. Is that Roscoe Peterson took a knock in all of it. As Nabali played enforcer there. Molenga there, denied. He had struck that well. Struck that with fury. Take a look at this. Oh, what happened there? I thought he took a deflection. It doesn't look like it did.
It did.
Yeah. The way the keeper was diving. Yes, it comes off cross.
Cross, yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I think the keeper may well have had it covered, but that deflection could have seen it fly in.
But if there's one thing that happened that is right for Chipa, is that Molenga finally got one on target.
Indeed.
Like I said, for me, talking to Mela earlier, is that maybe playing him a little bit more forward, a bit more central, will give him a little bit of hunger to take some strike and maybe get it right. It's working already.
It's a big, it's a very important goal, and it could prove to be, how important could it prove to be in the greater scheme of things? Chipper. The other way. If Chipper can hold on to this lead or add to it, it'll take them up the table into 9th position. Now, it's not the best ball in. As things stands here, Chipper would leapfrog Sikukune, who they lost to in their last outing. They would replace them in 9th position, while Arrows would slip down to 6th. Well, Arrows started the game in 5th place, but rather started the weekend in 5th, but with Chiefs winning away. Let's have a look at this, easy for Nwabali. With Chiefs winning away to Polokwane City earlier, it meant that Arrows, by the time they kicked off, had dropped to 6th place. And ironically, it was a former Arrows player who scored for Chiefs, Pule Mori, getting the winner. Zamakosi make it back-to-back wins in the Premiership.
It's about time.
Haven't been able to say that much this season. Back-to-back wins.
Yeah. Overplaying it in that defensive part of the field is Chippa United.
Yeah, putting it together now, Chippa. Yes. This man, Marman, has been involved in most things in attack here. Mentioned Arrows win record away from home, winning 4 out of their 6 away matches. Only Mamelodi Sundowns have won more matches on the road than Arrows. So that's quite a feat. They also happen to be the 3rd highest scorers in the league. Only Sundowns and SuperSport United have scored more goals than Lamontville Golden Arrows.
Listen, going forward, they've been exceptional. Like you said earlier, the only challenge is that they're leaking goals as well at the back. And but a team that plays like Arrows, they're bound to make mistakes. They're bound to wobble in their build-up stage, and that's how they get punished.
Only Cape Town Spurs has fewer. Only Cape Town Spurs has fewer clean sheets than Arrows. And that's Spurs have 0. For Arrows, only 3 clean sheets all season, and that is a problem. The action in the DStv Premiership started, as I said, last night with Stellies winning the Cape Derby against Cape Town City and stopping the winning run of Cape Town City, who have been on a roll, going into that one with 6 wins in a row. And well, the informed Stellies team put an end to that. 1-0 victory for them. Ura, the Ivorian, scored the game's only goal, and yeah, giving them the perfect warm-up ahead of the big one in a week's time.
Settling in nicely, Laura. For Stellenbosch, he scored last week in the semi-final and he scored a game before that. So in about
3 goals in 3 matches.
Yeah.
Bradley Cross. Yeah, the big one though will be that final. They've come close now. Finally made it into their first final in the PSL. They want to go all the way.
Talking about it between you and yourself, it's like how sad it could be should they make this progress and then at the final battle
when it matters most.
Yeah. But they have a week in between.
Yeah, and they've given themselves a chance. By getting to the final, you give yourself a chance. I'm sure if you gave them an option of losing in the final or going out in the semis, they will take a loss in the final. It's still the middle. Mosele has done well there. Levito works it wide as Cummings goes on the overlap. Informed Dunyelwa this afternoon. Injuries and suspensions wreaking havoc with Chippa United's squad. Still the rain continues to come down ever so lightly.
Good for the players, Titi. They're getting refreshed in the process.
It's chilly out there, not so pleasant.
But when you when you're running, Titi, it's perfect. It just cools you down. You stay calmer and you stay fresher. And probably are able to play high-intensity football throughout.
Yeah, I think this will be conditions that the players will enjoy. The ball moving nicely off that greasy surface as well. Certainly hasn't rained enough to make the pitch heavy.
No.
Good work from Pochimpulu, who's fouled by Ndwandwe. Ndwandwe might be in a spot of bother factor, sir. Not Ndwandwe, but Zwane, who might find himself in trouble here in Tlantla. Zwane. I think the referee, once he's seen to this, all I see he's just giving him a talking to. Catching Pochimpulu there. Looks worse perhaps on the slow-mo. But he gets away with nothing.
Surprisingly, you'll expect Arrows to be the dominant team out of the two because of the style that they play. But I think at the moment it's safe to say Chippa
is a chance here now to double their lead. And just the defender doing enough, but it's still alive, and then eventually comes off Mantiani for a corner. Frustration, he knows he feels that he could have and should have done better there. He was in on goal.
Francis, I think it was. He breaks through. It's a good ball. Like again, we spoke about the weather, the wet pitch. That ball just skids through beautifully into his path. And I think hesitant to make the decision to strike the ball.
First start for the season for Caden Francis. His 3 previous appearances have been off the bench. Chipper product through and through is Caden Francis as Mulenga gets it in. Oh, Watenga comes and, well, the referee must have seen a foul in there. It's Watenga coming out to swat flies there.
Still trying to think exactly what could have happened there. I think it's a goalkeeper that just came a little bit late and missed the flight of the ball in front of him.
Crunching challenge there. Took man and ball and took Mulenga. Milking it, even had a little look at the referee there. But yeah, Stolo could be in a spot of bother here. Went in, coming from behind, it was all wrong. Have a look at this, William Shamwe.
I think the right leg did a good job, but it's the follow-up that seems to sweep him.
Yes, he gets the ball.
Yeah.
It's a plenty of that. That's why I was saying he took man and ball and everything. You see, well, the referee allows Mulenga to, I think he got more of the ball than he did Mulenga, especially on that right leg.
That's why I'm saying maybe it's the trailing leg that the ref considered a problem.
34-year-old Edwin Shidolo.
You spoke about Nhlapo at Supersport United, having played that many games, but remember before that he was at Cosmos, and if you talk Shitolo, he's another a former Cosmos player.
Morgan Mamela and Mabudi Kingez are the two opposing coaches here. Now, this is a good run and a chance. Oh my goodness! Caden Francis! What a chance! He should have stuck that away. Well, this is the kind of stuff that Morgan Mamila was talking about that has been so frustrating, is their inability to take chances. What a well-worked move that was.
You know, there are certain things that players fail to do. Is like a winger attacking on the right-hand side. They fail to read the game, to attack the space a bit more central. He gets that right, perfect. But then as he tries to open his right foot to start to put the ball into the back of net, he opens a little bit too much. A left footer would have been better preferred to come with it and whip that ball in towards goal. That didn't happen.
Yeah, you could tell there he was being asked to do something he's never done. And let's score a goal. The top flight here for Caden Francis since making his debut in 2020.
It's his second opportunity in the space of our 5 minutes.
Yes.
He broke through and was undecided.
Yeah, the 20-year-old. Hope that does not come back to haunt him. Could have put some daylight between here he is again. Marman is in the middle with Mulenga. And Manchiani cuts it out.
Soswa has been brought in. His speed on the right-hand side in place of Craig Martin, who's sitting on the bench. So you can understand why he was preferred ahead of Craig Martin, though Craig Martin can still come in late in the second half.
Mulenga hangs one in there to the back post, but they'd gone out of play. They'd gone behind, so it's a goal kick. Well, the record books don't make for happy reading for the Manville Golden Arrows in terms of when they concede first. In the last 10 years, Arrows have only come back once when trailing at half-time away from home. So they don't have a great record at home when they've trailed at half-time, but there's still a way to go to half-time.
The readings as well of the ball possession stats for me. And also, if you bring in the entries for Chippa United, in just most cases, Chippa has controlled this game better than Arrows, which I mentioned is a bit strange.
And here they come
rare.
again, here. Mulenga! Caden Francis was waiting there in the middle. Arrows looking out of sorts here, playing themselves into trouble. Mulenga. Marman calling for it. Nhlapo will try to keep it in, but the 34-year-old legs won't allow him to get there.
Maybe his run was a little bit skewed towards the box instead of covering the wide position. Didn't read the speed of the ball. He had to change his direction to try and chase the ball.
Very good first half here. I think that Chippa have been the team on top. And they've also got a goal to show for it, which will please.
Should be 3, should be 2-3.
Absolutely. Could easily have been out of sight in this one.
And as long as you don't bury a game,
you could get punished.
You know the story.
They always say 2-0 is a precarious lead. I don't know what you say then about 1-0. And Chippa are pretty good once they've taken the lead. In their home games, they've taken the lead 5 times since in the last 2 seasons, and they've won 5, drawn 3, and lost 1. And one loss came this year against Royal AM when they took the lead, but went on to lose that match. Gianni. Looks Mutizwas, who is the top scorer in this fixture for Arrows. He's got 3 goals versus Chippa. Coming together with Tabo Machele, who's replaced Justice Chabalala, who's been fantastic recently for Chippa United in the heart of that defense. Bobo Nobali, who's also been very good for Chippa this season.
Finished his season very strong last.
Yeah, 5 clean sheets so far for Nobali this season. Here's a chance for Arrows to try and get back on level terms as we approach half-time. Duduzo Sbeya and Bradley Cross are the men standing over that one as the cross goes in for a low cross. And Ndwandwe, I think, indicating that's not quite where he wanted it.
Nobali's down, looking for attention from the medical team.
I'm sure I didn't see anything happen to him. Wait, now, is he exchanging words with Roscoe Peterson? It's Machele looking to play mediator there. Nwabali and Peterson exchanging pleasantries there. In the meantime, Mulenga loses out to Sbeya.
Came short of exchanging handbags.
Or something else more potent. It has happened before, many years ago, where you see 2 teammates putting hands on each other. I think the most famous of those would probably have to be the
Rodmans.
Calvin, what is his name now? Peterson, former Swallows, the Swallows legend, Calvin Peterson and Zain Musa.
Yeah.
I think they were at Cali's together.
Even bigger, the Rodmans Cup final.
Yes, Mambush Mudau.
Yeah.
Charles, and was it Charles Mutlu?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure neither of those gentlemen want to be reminded about that incident.
You don't do such and expect to be forgotten that easily. Please.
Back to the lecture at hand. Machele. Ooh, pressure on Mosele. Almost caught out there. Good work there from Ntlanta Zwane.
You see the lack of communication. Mosele should have been warned about the player behind him, particularly from Nobali. who had full view of the events happening in front of him. High line, Chippa playing at home obviously are not giving Arrows the time and space to be able to play their attacking game well from the back.
They have executed their plan to perfection in this first half of Chippa United. Arrows have never got going.
Never.
Francis, oh, just didn't get it to, couldn't get it through to Marman. 5 minutes of regulation time remaining.
I like a combination of Malenga and Kamis. Marman, I'm trying to refer to playing as the second striker, the number 10, because in that case, Malenga had taken some defenders away from that central part, but Marman took the opportunity to cut in there in anticipation for that cross to be played in.
I tell you what, the numbers also tell a story. 6 attempts on goal for Chippa, only 1 for the Montville Golden Arrows.
Yeah. And unluckily, so only 2 for Chippa out of the 6. That for me is where they've let them down. But at least one of the 2 is counting in their favor.
Shot. Malenga gets underneath it and goes wide as well.
Not so long ago, I was saying a lot good about him, about finding that one on target. And unfortunately, if there's one thing that clearly he must work on is being able to keep his shot, his attempts on target. I'm sure he will be getting a way higher return of goals than he is right now. I mean, he hasn't got a goal since the beginning of the season. For an attacking player of his nature, who we know he can score.
Now, quick response there, and well, good awareness from Watenga, read the danger. Quickly off his line there.
Excellent, excellently done. That could have fallen in favor of Marman. A great opportunity would have been, but came to the rescue. This is how it comes about. He turns, he's on his bike.
Well played from Watenga.
And Chiane had him on side.
Well, the referee is not happy here. He's gonna book Kamis for delaying the restart of playing. He has been cautioned as Sergio Kamis. That is his 3rd card of the season. By the way, this is only the 3rd time this season that Chippa have had the lead in a game, that they've opened the scoring in a game. Watenga was beaten by an absolute corker of a free kick taken by Ronaldo Marman. Listen, it's a measure of what Chippa have done in this first half, that we have hardly seen Knox Mutizo on the ball in the game.
That basically explains what Chippa has been able to do. The high press and how they've packed that midfield where Arrows have not been able to come with any form of build-up. And that's why Mutizo has almost been non-existent.
Caden Francis, who should have had Arrows further ahead, or rather Chippa further ahead. Last season, Chipper didn't manage to get a point of a win rather against the Arrows. They lost 3-2 away from home, a 5-goal thriller. That was the highest scoring game between these two sides.
I mean, under normal circumstances, we'll have seen Cross making a lot of movement down the left-hand side of the channel for Arrows, but he's hardly had that opportunity. Also, is another situation that is proving that Arrows has not played on the front foot as much as we know they can.
Well, this man has put himself about though, Dantlazwan. He has been in the thick of things there. That 3-2 win, by the way, only one of the scorers from that afternoon is out on the field there. That's Ntutuzo Sbeya, who scored the second from a penalty spot. The other scorers were Ngati and Pule Modi, who has since moved on and in fact was on the score sheet earlier today for Kaizer Chiefs, getting the winner in a 1-0 win away to Polokwane City. Makos. Ball floated in here. Brooklyn Pokenpool that got to his head on that one.
Earlier we spoke about Mutwiza not seeing much of the attack. I've mentioned Cross as well, who hasn't made movement. Sibia is another that has been out of the picture.
Absolutely, he's the man that gets them ticking, isn't he? The referee is warning Nwabali now here about the delay of play here. Better get on with it, Nwabali. Flag up for offside against Knox Mutizwa. Mutizwa, as I said, the shake of the head there I think sums up his feelings on the way things have gone in this first half. Man who scored 3 times in the past against Chippa hasn't had a sniff this afternoon. Chippa did win away from home against Arrows in 2022. And as far as a home victory against Arrows, well, that's been a bit of a struggle for Chippa. The last one came in September 2020. So it's been 3 years since Arrows, or rather since Chippa have beaten Arrows at home. We're about into the last minute here of the minimum 3 added on by our referee, Mr. Tando Nzanzeka. It's been a decent first half for the home team here.
Indeed.
Pokenpool.
I'm tempted to say it's an injustice for Chippa United to still be at 1-0. I think they've played a great game.
They've dominated.
Very attacking, and which is what we want to see from the home side.
Mulenga, he's been also heavily involved in everything. Mtapo, the debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body in the way there and kept it out.
That's what covering the near post.
Yeah.
He did it well. I mean, that was hit almost unexpectedly by Francis on the 10. Which normally doesn't give a goalkeeper a chance to readjust.
It's coming for the young man. Maybe it's coming. I think he'll need more encouragement from his teammates. That first ever goal in the Premiership is coming. Nice little ball clipped in there by Ntapo. It's like a golfer. Little sandwich in there. This is going to be Kippa's ball all day. And that's it. That'll do it. To end the half with Chippa United on the front foot. Ronaldo Marman with an absolute firecracker in this holiday season. getting it all started and putting Chippa deservedly in the lead. They should have been further ahead had they been more clinical. That man, Molenga, has been guilty as well. Again, I think of not being ruthless in front of goal. Frustration for Knox Mutizwa and his teammates. They have really not been in the game. They're going to need to change something if they're going to get something out of this one. But so far, so good for the Chile boys. They certainly have been the hotter of the two. Now, what's going on there? Mabudi Kengeza, a combustible character at the best of times. I wonder what's got his fuse going now. Is he having words with the officials? I'm not sure you can actually complain about anything that the officials have done in this game. I think they've had a good handle on the game. So there we have it then. Half-time here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. It's Chippa United that lead by a goal to nil.
Mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike!
In the mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike!
In the mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike!
In the mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike!
In the mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike!
In the mix as well with his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike!
With his right foot.
It's MAARMAN!
With his right foot.
It's MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike! From MAARMAN! Oh, Ronaldo MAARMAN! What a strike! From MAARMAN! Make the game open up a bit. Good work from Mosela bringing in MAARMAN, our goal scorer. Looking for the cutback. Molenga! Whoa, that took a deflection and it sent the keeper the wrong way. Here he comes in again. Make the game open up a bit. Good work from Mosela bringing in MAARMAN, our goal scorer. Looking for the cutback. Malenga! Oh, that took a deflection and it sent the keeper the wrong way. Here he comes in again. Make the game open up a bit. Good work from Mosela bringing in MAARMAN, our goal scorer. Looking for the cutback. Malenga! Oh, that took a deflection and it sent the keeper the wrong way. Here he comes in again. Make the game open up a bit. Good work from Mosela bringing in MAARMAN, our goal scorer. Looking for the cutback. Malenga! Oh, that took a deflection and it sent the keeper the wrong way. Here he comes in again. Make the game open up a bit. Good work from Mosela bringing in MAARMAN, our goal scorer. Looking for the cutback. Malenga! Oh, that took a deflection and it sent the keeper the wrong way. Here he comes in again. Looking for the cutback. Malenga! Oh, that took a deflection and it sent the... Looking for the cutback. Malenga! Oh, that took a deflection and it sent... Caden Francis, who should have had arrows further. Caden Francis, who should have had arrows further. Heavily involved in everything. What a debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body heavily involved in everything. What a debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body heavily involved in everything. What a debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body heavily involved in everything. What a debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body heavily involved in everything. What a debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body... What a debut he's having. That's a great ball in here. Caden Francis can't organize himself. Watenga. Well, he just put his body... Chippa United have their noses in front in this one, looking good on top and in control as they look for a rare home victory against Lamontville Golden Arrows, and haven't done so in 3 years. And the boss man looking on will be very happy. That's the new look, Chippa Mpengesi. I don't blame you if you didn't recognize him. It takes some getting used to this whole new, the relaunched Chippa Mpengesi, Chippa 2.0. Well, his team have really put on a show here, Morgan Mamila's side. Well, he asked for the response. He made 6 changes to his starting lineup, most of them forced, injuries and suspensions. And as he looks on, William Shongo is still alongside me, of course. And, well, we're going to need some, I want to get your thoughts on where the two coaches' mindset would have been as we get back underway in a moment. But we're going to have some changes. I see that both sides are preparing to make changes, William Shongo, and I'm going to get you to talk to us as well about the changes that are about to be made. I see Ntsikelelo Ngati for, I beg your pardon, not Ntsikelelo Ngati, but for the first changes, there you go, is Chippa United making the first change. Malebu Omudise will check in. He was the man replaced out at red back by Siyabonga Nhlapo in the starting lineup, and then there's Brandon Throne, who was the only change in the Arrow side that lost the last outing. So we are back underway. It's Chippa United. If you are just joining us, the Chippa United are in the white shirts and red shorts, taking the goals to the left of your picture. Let's get William Shongo's thoughts then on the changes made by both coaches.
The conditioning of the two teams, I think, will come into effect in as far as how long can Chippa United sustain the intensity which they played with in that first half. But for Golden Arrows, yes, definitely they need better legs, they need better combinations, they need better control of the game to even start to threaten the attacking third of Chippa. So it will be key that they start on that front foot.
So no surprises that Siyabonga Nhlapo, I think he gave Morgan Mamila his best 45 minutes. No surprises, his first start in months, and no surprises that they only lasted 45.
Fantastic. For me, I'm thinking maybe he's the one that raised his hand to say, you know what, I can feel my chest is burning. But in as far as I didn't see a drop in his performance, but I think it's precautionary measures taken by the Chippa coach.
A brilliant debut for Siyabonga Nhlapo. And yeah, it's been really to a man. Chippa have been impressive in this game. They now need to sustain it because you can bet your life on it. Arrows. You can bet your life Arrows are going to have a full go at this one. So let's have a look at this free kick here. Of course, tries to float one. It's a decent looking ball, but no real power, and the keeper well positioned. Bobo Nwabali to deny. Knox Mutizwa trying to add to his 3 goals that he has scored previously against this Chippa side. That's a big throw from the big man. He's launched it past the halfway line. Gets more distance than from a throw than some of players can kick the ball.
And I think it's the same for Arrows. If you talk about the players that maybe were taken out.
Sorry, William Shongwe, a good run there from Mulenga to keep that one alive.
And I'm just looking, I'm still waiting to confirm. Has Zuke come out or has he remained? Because if you think of Cheron, he's still out there. I'm just trying to work out who actually came out for Arrows.
It is it's in Tatazwani that went off. Who for me was quite busy in the attack. He looked like a yellow card looking for somewhere to happen, but he was busy. He kept he was the man who was asking questions of this Chippa United defense. No, he is out there, is the captain Tabani Zuke.
Now I'm trying to work it out. Where is now Teron going to apply himself? Because he's he's normally more defensive. He looks like he's tucked in into the right fullback position where Shitolo played.
Where then does that put Shitolo? Does he push up a little bit more?
It's more central.
Yeah. Anyway, there's got some defending to do here because Chippa have a free kick. So, man, there's a foul on one of the Arrows defenders, and it looks like is it a head injury?
Manchiane, it is one of the defenders.
Let's take a look at what happens there off the ball. Yeah, I think he got a smack in the face. Got a hand in the face there and he's down. And there are the options on the bench. Ryan Moon is a player who knows his way to goal. Ryan Moon sitting on 2 goals so far this season.
The thing is about Arrows, the goals are spread from defenders to midfielders and the attacking players. And that for me is always good for a team that doesn't depend on one particular player to score goals. That's a beauty.
Yeah.
That's probably the goal of the weekend. We don't get to see this type that often.
Quality and the pace. There's like, even if the keeper was, there's no stopping that. That it flew past the keeper. Ronaldo Marman won't score many better than that one. Yeah, it's a good point that you make about Arrows spreading their goals about. It's illustrated by, perfectly illustrated by the fact that there's no one on more than 3 goals.
Exactly.
For Arrows.
In fact, 10 players
have scored.
Yes, so that's a good spread all round. And you need that in a team. But that tells the story of how they play. More combinations, more players get to go on that front foot through the movement of the whole team.
Three points will take Chippa into 9th position or on the DSTV Premiership standings. But they still have a long way to go for this one to be settled. If it stays this way, well, Arrows would lose their 3rd match on the bounce.
4th.
That's in the DSTV Premiership, 4th in all competitions.
In fact, just do a calculation. I think they came here with 3 on the trot losses. This could be 4th.
Yes, indeed. You actually, beg your pardon, you're absolutely spot on there. That this will be their 4th defeat in a row.
5th, including the cup.
If you include the loss to Cape Town City. The loss to Cape Town City in the curling knockout. So it's been a lean run. I mentioned that they are winless in their last 6. 3 wins and 3 losses. Or 3 defeats and 3 draws. So it's been a real slog.
If they go on to lose this one, I would say they lost to a good team.
And listen, they've had a decent run on the road, actually. That's the interesting thing. Their form on the road has been good. I mentioned that they're 4 out of 6 wins for them.
It's not happening they're giving ball position in key areas. Arrows, something that they're not used to.
Their last defeat, or rather their last win, was away from home against Kukune United at the end of, or at the start of October. And for Chippa, well, you have to go back to the end of September for their last win, which was a 1-0 win here at home to Super Sports United. And since then, it's been a bit of a tough ride. Arrows have lost their last 3 matches on the road in all competitions, in the DSTV Premiership rather. And it doesn't get any easier. They've got some really tricky matches to come before the close of the year, as this could be a yellow card. It will be for Goodman Mosele. And Goodman Mosele picking up his 3rd caution.
I want to see exactly if that was deserving, because there was a little bit of a shoulder in that, which is normally acceptable, and looking at the proximity of the ball as well, it looked to be pretty much close by. Now let's look at this.
Mutizwa,
oh yeah,
getting between his body between man and ball, and he gets a little tug.
That, yeah, the tug, I think is more what the referee would have picked up.
Chippa United, we have a really bad, in fact they've got the 2nd worst disciplinary record. They've got 20 that, well, after today they are, well, now joint worst disciplinary record, 31 yellow cards. That's the same as Swallows, and but they've got the most red cards of any team, Chippa, and yet last season they went through the entire season without a single red card.
Zuke is there. Cross is there. In the list of players that might possibly, and I think Cross is better suited for that one. It's a bit central, very difficult for Nobali to choose a side, because you've got to choose a side to put your wall and take the one.
And Mutiza, of course, will be favored here to take it. Bradley Cross, of course, standing off, as you mentioned, and Mutiza, though, has that look, that eye of the tiger, doesn't he? 3 goals previously in against Chippa for Nox Mutizo.
Now 2 are left.
There's so many bodies in front of Nobali here. In fact, every Chippa player is in that wall.
He can hardly see the ball.
Yeah. Mutizo into the wall. Well, that's why he had it there. It was going to take something special to beat that. I mean, all 10 outfield players were in that wall.
But if it goes over that wall, goalkeeper's time to react for the ball would have been...
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen it, much of it. Yeah.
Kelly has been excellent as well, alongside Roscoe in defense for Chippa United. For a player that doesn't get to play that often, you know, it's always so impressive when you see them coming in, putting their hand up.
Chippa going to bring on an injection of pace there. Craig Martin standing by to come on, just to give Arrows something more to think about here, as Brandon Throne is brought down by MAARMAN.
It was always in the plan at some stage that he was going to bring some of the key players to add a little bit of pace. There's still Mamela sitting on the bench as well to come in for Chippa United.
Now, MAARMAN teasing Shitolo. Shitolo has been around, he's seen all these tricks in his time. Wasn't to be fooled, but it's a corner. So there is the change then. Craig Martin will replace Caden Francis. Caden Francis, number 26's number is up. Yeah, just gets a bit of a pat on the back. And listen, he didn't get the goal, but he put himself about, and it'll come. He's waiting for his debut goal, his first goal rather, in the Premiership.
With every game you play as a youngster, it builds your confidence going forward. And I think what he would have picked up here is that feeling that, you know, I can do this thing.
Listen, he can be proud of his efforts here this afternoon. That was his first start of the season. In fact, his first start ever for Chippa. Oh, a bit of ping pong there. And Bradley Cross involved. There's a ball pinballed all over the place there. It's gone behind for another corner.
could have ended in the back of the net.
Meantime, Craig Martin has come on for his 7th appearance of the season, his 7th off the bench. I beg your pardon, his 11th appearance of the season and his 7th off the bench.
2 goals to go with those
Yeah,
appearances.
So he knows his way to goal. Does Craig Martin? He's got a little bit of pace about him.
What do you mean a little bit? Gee, it's one of the fastest in the league.
There is another set piece for Arrows to defend here. Oh, just beats everyone. Mosele almost got onto it. Marman couldn't turn. Peterson laying it back to Libito. Haven't seen much of him in the attacking areas, Libito. Looking like he's sitting back. Marman.
Get it up, the first line of defense.
Oh, I think that was out. He knew it if he had just carried on playing, but he looked up suspiciously and he sold himself down the river. See here. You see, he stops and looks at the issue and just carried on. We jump, he said it. Sold himself down the river. It's a corner, another one. This is a good period of pressure here for Chippa United. Can they make it count? Goes to the near post. Not the best delivery from Mulenga. Levito tracking back. So 1 hour football played here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. It's still Chippa United holding on to that goal in the first half. An absolute peach of a goal scored by Ronaldo Marman. In the 18th minute of the game, that Ronaldo Marman produced an absolute beauty of a set piece. Bobo Novali looking to pick up what will be his will be his 6th clean sheet of the season.
And if it remains.
No! Wow! Some very loud appeals there from the Chippa players.
And the fans.
And the fans, yeah. We'll see them. We'll see it again in a moment.
Gee, Craig thought he was through.
Yeah.
And he was indeed. Maybe the angle would have been a slight problem if he needed to go direct towards goal.
A huge sigh of relief would have been for Arrows there. Because, listen, 1 goal. And still only 1 goal in it. That means the Arrows are not by any means out of this one. Oh, that's not a good ball at all. Yeah, still very much in it, Arrows. As long as it stays 1-0. This is Nwabali there. Looking to turn, provide, and that very nearly. Oh, that's the appeal. There was they were calling for handball, but nothing. Oh
no, it's a kick actually. It caught him as he went past.
But it also seemed to touch his hand. And by the way, here's a man I thought might come on. Van Roy had a very quiet game.
Very quiet. In fact, it took the coach way longer. If you know the ability of Moon.
Yeah.
And basically Moon changes the picture slightly in the way that Arrows play, because he's the man with our present. So we might see a lot of balls flying because of the lack of success of their build-up plays. Definitely will be a great outlet for long passes.
Ryan Moon in for his 12th appearance of the season. He's started 7 games and he's got 2 goals. Scored 5 last season in the DStv Premiership. He's certainly an able, a viable source of a goal.
For a player with that ability, I still feel like he's not scoring enough. and maybe he doesn't get to be played enough. And he's normally brought in as an impact player. Whether it's a question of conditioning, I'm not too sure. There are players there are coaches that prefer certain players for certain situations, like as an impact. But maybe if we start him, let's see if he can last throughout the game. And because he gets a few chances out there in the box, he's a great header of the game, of the ball.
25 minutes remaining in this one. Cross, just eluding severe space for Mulenga. Tearing through the middle is Craig Martin. Can he pick him out?
No.
Like that.
I'd have preferred Craig to be the one who picked it up on the far side and let Mulenga run inside. But Mulenga, for the most part, he gets played into all the other areas except as a striker. He still needs getting used to.
Yeah, the game is following a very similar pattern to the first half. You know, Chippa, I've not felt have been troubled at any point in this game, William Shong. And it makes me wonder about the changes that were made by Mabudi Kengeza, the choice of the option of bringing in Thron at that point. What was the coach trying to effect? What was he looking for with the introduction of Thron at halftime? Let's have a look at this move first. Martin looking for MAARMAN. It could fall here. God. By Libito. Tabiso Libito also yet to open his account for the season.
Oh, the player with his ability, the speed, the skill, and I think he hasn't come through at all.
No, and the number of goal scoring opportunities that he gets on and that he gets into, he really should have a better return, Tabiso Libito.
Almost the same situation as that of Mulenga. The finishing touch has let them down big time.
This is clash of heads. Orion Moon gets it on the back of the head from Magele. Yeah, it's always hurts when you get it in the back of the head. Head injury here.
But it's always better than getting it in your forehead, because then you bleed more.
Yes, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, but then you'll have to go off. But as you can see, nothing too serious. Morgan Mamila, his team holding on here. They need a second though.
A new sheriff in town.
Yeah. Mr. Pound for Pound.
You don't know what happened from yesterday after the announcement that Chippa was going to make a statement. Everybody thought it's Mamila gone. And they were calling Mr. Pound for Pound. Oh. The man is still here, by the way, just in case you're not aware.
Well, listen, this display thus far, I think will have placated a few of his critics. Chippa, a little bit of the sting has gone out of the game a bit, but Chippa United have been impressive this afternoon. They've been good value for the goal, the lead, but it's still only one goal.
Here's the thing, most coaches that will have coached Chippa United, because of the lack of resources and the quality players, they normally play very defensive, which doesn't help the team. Unlike Miller, who has decided, you know what, I'm going to play offensive regardless. Let's see what happens. That's why he uses that term, pound for pound. It doesn't care who he's playing against. He's going to go on full on.
Mano a mano. There's 11 versus 11 at all times. You know, what is it that Mabudi Kengeza says? Tuula so tuula.
That is what has not worked for Mabudi. DSD.
Shitolo rides the challenge. Opens up for a cross. Sbia. What can he do? Oh, he's one who can work a bit of magic. Shows too much of it to Nwabali. I wonder whether a goalkeeper like Bobo Nowali can get himself in the reckoning for his national team. Africa Cup of Nations coming up in January. He's really been fantastic for Chippa. As you said, ended off last season very well, and he's picked up where he left off. And you were saying how low testing, looking there.
Looks like it took a deflection.
It did indeed, because it's a corner. Was looking to pass this into the net was Mosele. Look at this with the instep. Yeah, it comes off Zuke. So I think looking for that far post. Goodman Mosele hasn't scored since that one against his old club, Orlando Pirates. Clutching his knee there, must have took something there. Mulenga goes to the back post. Bradley Cross got something on it. They're not clearing their lines there. Now eventually they get it away. There's a little body check on by Kamis on Ndutuzo Sbeya. He needs to be careful, Kamis. He's already been booked. I think the way the game is playing out at the moment suits Chippa very well. Heroes have not shown any urgency, and there's a lack of adventure about them here as well. Cross, looking to change all of that. Ndwandwe very nearly sneaking in to the far post. Nobody gets something on it. Manchian, not good. Gets away with it because he's pushing the back of Ryan Moon.
Yeah. Roscoe, the more experienced, should have known better that anything that happens in that area is more likely going to be given to the attacking player.
Still a lot of time to play, a little under 20 minutes remaining in this one.
Yeah, it's Ndwandwe with the touch on that near post. That got all the defenders flat-footed. This one is, if you get it right, it'll almost be identical goal to that.
It's a similar one to the free kick they had about 10 minutes ago, which was where they had a 10-man wall, which is exactly what they're doing again. And as you said, the trick is to get it over the wall here.
Then the goalkeeper has no chance.
Well, either side of him, either side of the keeper, because he's taking up a central position here.
Yeah, the only chance is that if he can go straight to him.
Again, this time it's Cross and Sbeya. Man lying on the beach there. It's Craig Martin. Bradley Cross. The idea was right, but it wasn't dipping.
That's why the measure TT to be able to get it over the wall and still get the ball to dip. It takes some high quality kick from the attacking player. Not too many can get it right.
Just trying to think of one that I saw recently where Nobali gets booked here. Nobali gets booked. Is this for delaying the restart?
Most probably. Most probably.
Well, he has been warned before. In the first half, he was warned. Chippa are going to make a change. Chippa United, it's Ronaldo Marman that we hear will be withdrawn. So Nobali becomes the third Chippa United player into the book. we have a triple header of action for you. DSTV Premiership action for you. Arrows are going to make a change in a moment, but yeah. Both teams are going to make a change now. As I said, still to come to complete your triple header here on your world of football, your world of Diski, your world of Yonke Into is Orlando Pirates up against the TS Galaxy. The TS Galaxy, of course, are cup finalists. Their opponents in the cup final already started the weekend with a win at Stellenbosch FC. Good work from MAARMAN there to scramble that one and just looking for to smother it and doing a little bit of the Cheslin Colby, if you know what I mean. Now, Molengas hits the target. Martin on the follow-up. Still the danger not gone here. Well, full marks this time to Mulenga because he hit the target, William Shongwe.
From a very difficult angle.
Libito.
And he came running at that.
MAARMAN. Nicely done there. Great pass from MAARMAN. Craig MAARMAN! Randy Cross with almost certainly a goal-saving challenge there. Put body on the line. That was a great passage of play again from Chipper.
Listen, this is what we now and then miss.
There could be goals here because here comes Sevilla! No. Not like that.
Brilliant for Chipper United. Like I said, for me, we don't get to see teams confidently playing in the attacking third with beautiful passes and up until a shot is taken. And Chipper very positive there. But I think just on the overall, as we see now, they're taking the opportunity to slow the game down because errors are sitting. And which for me takes a lot of thinking from the players that are able to think on their feet. Mosele has been excellent. There's a lot on Chipper's side that have done well this afternoon or evening.
Yeah, Chipper want to drag themselves out of this area of the table now because last season they didn't make a good start at all. They spent 10 days actually at the bottom of the table. Glancing header from Moon. That's Mulenga's effort earlier on the testing Watenda and stinging his glove. Just hit that worm.
Beautiful. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, this was
wonderful.
Great. Wonderful work as well. Give some credit as well to Bradley Cross for the brave defending there. And this is to be at the other end, miscues it completely.
Yeah, no power.
Completely miscued it. By the way, that means it stays 1-0. And by the way, that means that we have his minutes away then from a 6th clean sheet of the season and the 7th for Chipper. All of last season, Chipper only managed 6 clean sheets. And they've already done that in their first 12 matches this season, or their first 13 matches this season. Change for Chipper. I've made a change, rather change coming up. Mulenga, we hear, will be the player making way. Ayabulela Kongobe will come in to just maybe steady things in the middle, and it's time to lock the door, I think, or consolidate and try and protect the lead now. What we have, we hold.
But is that one player that can actually create things? he's very key, either defensively or in attack.
Yeah. MAARMAN works it wide to Martin. Mosele. Libito. Bito wak. Mosele. Nobody comes out to sweep. What a feature. Well, that's actually his
big touch initially.
That's you don't think it's something you see much of. Is an anxious looking Chipper. I'm not sure. Well, actually, he's every cause to be relaxed here. I mean, I don't think his team have given him anxious moments today. Here comes Ayabulela Kongobe.
Has it looked any different from the previous time that we've seen him in the stands?
Mulenga doesn't look too happy to be going off, does he? You wouldn't want a player who looks happy to go off, though, do you? I think he had a decent game, Mulenga. I think he put in a shift.
In a different position?
Yeah, no, I think he did good. He did very well this evening. And on comes Ayabulela Kongobe.
He can play. He can play, Kongobe. That's what I like him for. He definitely can put his foot on the ball. And at this stage and time of the game, Chippa needs a player like that.
It's his 10th appearance of the season, and it's the first time he's come off the bench. A player who started life as Ayabulela Makata. Should I say Makwaga? Makwaga is the name that he was formerly known by. Made his debut back for SuperSport United 8 years ago, would you believe? He's a player who was really lots was expected from him. William Shongwe, you would have seen him at close quarters in those early years. Would you say, I mean, has he really realized
his full potential? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's why, for me, he's a player who can play. And you like to see those type of players. And in this case, he hasn't completely blossomed to what you know he can.
That's a wonderful ball, but just a little bit too heavy and now got away. Now, can they rescue the situation here? I remind you, the lead is still only one. This could be heartbreaking for Chippa if Arrows were to somehow steal a point here. They've won 6 points from losing positions this season. What happens here? It's Brandon Theron who leaves one on Thabiso Lebitso.
But now, was there contact from Lebitso? And it looks like it's going to be a throw-in or a corner. I'm not sure.
Lebitso is going to go off, well, for treatment. And when play does continue, it will be with Arrows in attack with a corner. As I said, Arrows have gained 6 points from losing positions. Only SuperSport United have won more points from losing positions. That's 9 points that SuperSport have managed. So they have it in them, yeah, William Shongwe. This game is not won by any means. And as they line up this corner, there'll be, I'm sure, a few anxious moments here. Svea. Hits it. Oh my word! That is how close they came. That is red light flashing there on the dashboard. Warning.
Nabili misses it completely. He comes out. He's a big man, but oh man, maybe shouldn't have come out at all, because it means that he must have asked of his defenders to leave it for him.
Well,
which gives Shitolo that moment. Misses.
One goal for Shitolo this season. Doesn't score many, but if that were on target, goal, it would have been equalizer. Just as I was talking about how this game is not won yet. And I think Chippa will do well to recognize the fact that they have not won the game as yet.
And as we said, the longer you leave it at 1-0, always opens up for the opposition to think, to have that belief that they can come back. And Arrows at this stage, they have every reason that they can get the equalizer.
Well, as we expected, Tawani Zuke will not be finishing this game. He did go off, replaced by Tubu Mukun. Now, can they wrap it up here? Chippa United, MAARMAN. Oh! Tees up Levito, who comes out with a shot of nothing. A freshie, they would call it in golf. When you take your eye off the ball there, looking to see it fly, and you forget to kick it.
Beautiful once again. Great moments for Chippa United.
Bradley Cross has picked up a caution amidst all of that. It's a set piece. See what Chippa can do here. They need that second goal just to make certain of the points here. They've done well. They've been good value for their lead, but it's not a safe lead by any means. One mistake in the box on the other end, a ricochet, a deflection, and suddenly 3 points becomes 1.
And you know, it normally happens around this time when already the players are beginning to think it's a done deal.
And when they're tired.
Yeah.
No, fatigue leads to mistakes. They've put in a shift of Chippa this afternoon or this evening. They're gonna rest well tonight. I think there's, to a man, they've put in a really good effort. I mean, defensively, they'll be solid. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, no, Arrows, it just has, as much as I say this game's not over yet, they really have not looked like threatening.
I mean, if you talk of Sevilla, who I think the second half is suddenly coming to the party, and but it looks like it's too late. The combination with Cross and him, who comes from behind in the full-back position, has added a bit of value going forward for Arrows.
Yeah, you know how desperate it is then when you're having to rely on a Bradley Cross to make things happen for you upfield. You know, a defender. Thrown. Good work from Ryan Moon here. Away by Pohenpool. Shitolo was underneath it. Oh, Craig Martin. Just showed too much of it there. Free kick, Arrows. Need to inject a little bit of energy about this now. They're running out of time. But 2 minutes left on the clock. We're waiting to see the signal from the fourth official, Timinkosi Mangai. We'll indicate how many minutes to be added on. I didn't have too many stoppages. Oh, nice stuff here from Drone. Couldn't get it to Mutizwa. Well, we are hearing 7 minutes to be added. That's a long time for Chipper to have to hold out.
Now, between you and me, can you remember any lengthened time that it took for any injury?
Honestly, I am battling to think of any lengthy stoppages. We had a stoppage, I mean, most recently when Nibito went off. There was a head injury but it wasn't long in stoppages. Yeah.
But a chance for Aris to still bring themselves back within a chance to get the equalizer.
Shot! Oh my goodness! Oh.
Came a little bit too quick for Ndwandu, I think.
It was Mutizwa that was on the end of it there. That's Mofokeng there that fired one in there, yet to score. Mofokeng for Aris. That one very nearly fell for Mutizwa though. All he had to do was get something on it.
He was caught flat-footed.
Yeah.
Like I said, it came a little bit too quick. It was a shot towards goal anyway.
Well, they are ready. They are looking nervous. They're ready to run onto the field and celebrate a big 3 points here that will break this run of 5 matches that they've gone without a win. Haven't won since the end of September when they beat SuperSport United by a 1-0 at home. 1-0 looks like being the magic number yet again for Chippa United. Seven minutes of stoppage time, as we mentioned already. They must hang in, must hold out. And Arrows, can they find what will really, I think it's fair to describe as, if they do find it, would be an unlikely goal here. They have not looked like it. Chippa have only once won a game by more than a goal, by more than 1 goal this season. I mentioned that they don't score many, only 9 goals. Well, to this one today takes them to 10. Now 6 out of those 10 goals have come at home. Richards Bay and Cape Town Spurs are the only teams that have scored. In fact, Richards Bay are the only team that have scored fewer goals than Chippa. The victories, this will be their 4th win of the season. As you were, boys, as you were. This will be only their 4th win of the season, and their previous wins have come by scorelines of 1-0, 2-1, and 1-0. Only their 2nd win at home, if they can see it out. See what happens with Martin and Shitolo. It was a foul. And hang on, MAARMAN, what? How is the referee allowing this?
The thing is that Shitolo reacts.
Yeah.
And then MAARMAN also does.
Did they both get booked here? They should have. Yeah.
They should have, yeah.
Shitolo goes into the book. MAARMAN. And this really bad. This bad. This bad disciplinary record continues for Chippa. Four yellow cards tonight for Chippa, as this one goes behind for a goal kick. 4 yellow cards takes them to 30. They count to 33 for the season. That is the most of any team, and they've also had 3 red cards, so that makes Chippa officially the most ill-disciplined team in the DStv Premiership. Contrast that with Arrows. Arrows have only had 18. If you add today's 2 yellow cards, they've only had 20 yellow cards.
Missing from Chippa, you know, they've had good moments where they can knock the bull apart, but I think the pressure of the time remaining now is becoming an issue that they're starting to panic. They're losing the composure that we saw them play with. And that, of course, for me, will be a very big worrying factor, because they still are in it to win it. They just need a leader that will help calm things down to say, hey, we got this.
Well, they're throwing in Apollos, Diego Apollos, to make his first appearance of the season. 22-year-old attacker, striker. And we have had 3 of the minimum 7 added on. Luduzo Sbeya. Craig Martin. Rather, it was Musele there. Mutizwa had a quiet night he's had.
Look at the number of players in white shirts.
Yeah, behind the ball.
It shouldn't be like that. This is affording now Arrows the amount of time on the ball.
But Arrows need to get the ball into the box, and now I think that just sums up their day. Very little has gone right as Sitolo misplaces the pass. Morgan Mamela looks like he has plotted the demise here of Arrows. It's his first match against Arrows as coach, as head coach. And in fact, even for Mabudi Kenyeza, it's his first match as head coach on his own against Chippa. Looks like coming out on the losing end. She's even coaching from the sidelines. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Time is running out here for Arrows. Is there to be late drama here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium? They've got to throw in deep inside Chippa territory. Minutes away from a valuable 3 points here for Chippa. 6th place beckons for Chippa United. All hands on deck defensively. Well, this result will mean that we have had goals in all the matches thus far this weekend in the DStv Premiership. If you missed it earlier this afternoon, a 1-0 win for Kaizer Chiefs away to Polokwane City. Up next in a triple header. Now, here's a chance to wrap it up here. And tease it up. They will walk it into the net. Craig Martin seals the deal. As he takes his talent to 3, he will not score an easier goal. Give credit to Ayabulela Kongobe for being unselfish.
Yes. Presence of mind to realize that Craig Martin is right behind him and just rolls across, and leaving Nobali or Watenga with very little to do in as far as serving it. And all Craig had to do was roll it past. It starts from a situation whereby they thought it was out, Arrows thought it was out, and somehow Kongobe controls it and brings it in.
That is it. Job done. Only the second match that they are winning by more than a goal. Well, scoring more than a goal to win a match here are Chippa United, and Craig Martin, with his third, becomes the joint top scorer for Chippa United. Joining Kambindu, and that is it. That is it. Job done. And you've got to say, a well-deserved victory for the home side here, William Shongwe.
Listen, Titi, I think anybody that was watching this game that is a neutral will agree with us. I mean, Chippa United from the onset, they came here with a plan to say, we're going to play, we're going to create the moments, and yes, we don't have some of our top attacking players, but we'll make do with what we have. And they dominated Arrows, something that we haven't seen in so many games in the past. Arrows is normally the more dominant side in all the games that they played. But Chippa here came to play and deserving of the victory in every sense. Created the most chance, held better ball possession, make better entries, and successful passes, all alike. It was in favor of Chippa United.
Only the fifth time this season they've scored 2 goals in a match, and it's only their second home win. It's a valuable one. It's ended here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Chippa United 2, Lamontville Golden Arrows 0.
Well, Coach Morgan Mamila did say that he would be happy with walking away with a point, but today he walked away with all 3. And joining me is the DSTV Premiership Man of the Match, the man who scored the first goal here, that is Ronaldo MAARMAN. How do you feel about how you performed second goal of the season?
How I feel, I feel honored. We worked very hard, and it's a good feeling because, we've worked hard, and, it's been ups and downs. And the points, maximum points, is all we aiming for in each match. And well done to my guys, to my technical team, the staff, the fans, the whole team, the whole, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
There you have it. That is the DSTV Man of the Match, Ronaldo MAARMAN. He is very happy, and a man who I'm sure is very happy. Coach, you said you would be happy with a point. You walked away with all 3, but the scoreline could have been different, especially because at the beginning you made mention of the lack of firepower.
Yeah, as I said, I don't have any excuses. I have to work with what I have. But one thing for sure, these boys, they remind me of something. When you're in Joburg, coming to work in Joburg, this time of the year, that's the time where you prepare to go home. You make sure that your car's got tires and everything so that you mustn't stuck on the road. So Chippa was like that. As I said, we only lost only 4 matches. We were preparing for this kind of a trip, And of course, we're going to pass Abu Magashwa because they were just driving without tires, But overall, I'm happy with the boys. Congratulations to Chippa United's family. Congratulations to the boys. Congratulations to also Golden Arrows, after giving us a good game like this. And also our families, because they wanted us to win this match. And also special to Chippa Mpengesi, for a man to start the stadium and finish it and ready to play. One man, I'm telling you, this one belongs to him. I said, my friend, my chairman, my boss, this 3 points is for you, for all your hard work. You are a winner. And that's why I'm here. I'm also a winner.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.
There you have it. That is Coach Morgan Mamila. He says he is a winner. From the 23rd of December, they will be playing some of their games